Hello everyone, it is Nathan here, and welcome back to the second part of the Abu versus Slam, or Slam versus Abu Nomad matchup. As we saw last time, Slam took that victory fairly decisively actually, and that's ultimately due to Abu's lack of food, because his TC placement wasn't so great, so he didn't manage to secure that much food for him, which ultimately led him to have quite a delayed start, and that meant that he lost the game. And we have got these two guys battling it out on Nomad. Once again, I almost said Arabia and just then, because I'm just so used to saying that, because I just see so many Arabia games all the time. And it looks like these two locations for these guys, they seem to be a lot fairer than last time. Abu certainly has a fairly better map, I have to say, and that's because he does have these 3 boar right here, which he's already leering one, which is going to be great for him, because boar are great. They are a great source of food income. 340 food on each boar, that's pretty good indeed. That will give you almost 7 villages. That's 7 villages worth of food right there. And also to note is that his goal location is in a great location, because it's at the back of his base and it's fairly close to his TC, so that's going to be good for him if he wants to try and protect that and keep it secure for the time being. And he still managed to secure some sheep across the map as well, use them to send and scout for more things like the steer and the boar and this gold as well, which looks to me is going to be a very key location. There's lots of resources around here as well, and this gold location is on top of a hill, and of course hills are where you see battles being decided, because hills are just so important in battles in Age of Empires 2. If you have the head advantage, then you will have the advantage in terms of the outcome of the engagement. So both these guys now are just going to build up their eco in the Dark Age. Probably going to go for, probably going to stay in the Dark Age for a long time, since this is Nomad, and you really need to get this food sorted, food problem. And Slam is very close to the edge of the water. As we saw last time, Abu was very close to the water. Slam was fairly far away from it, actually. And it's funny that, it's very funny. These guys seem to have swapped locations, although saying that, Slam is still on the west side, meanwhile Abu is on the east side at the moment right now. And Abu's docked right on the north. I'm not sure about this reason, because there's only one big fish very close by, and there are a couple of shorefish dotted around as well, but that's about it. That's all he has, and that's not really great, because he won't have enough food to keep him going in the long run. If he had docked right down here, then it would have been better. If we look at his optical vision, he knows that there isn't that much here, that much water here, so it's quite likely that there won't be that much fish here either. So if he docked here, then he would have had a lot more fish at his disposal. Slam, though, he has docked right in the corner as well, and although he has, wow, he's got lots of fish right here. That's a great location, and he's got so much fish here. It's going to be great for him. That was exactly what happened to Abu. He docked in such a great position last time, and it does seem to be really strange how these two guys seem to have kind of swapped, I guess, roles, if you may say so. And Slam, though, looks like he's going for some sort of fastest castle, I don't know. Well, he has clipped up on 33 population, meanwhile Abu's already up pretty much at 24, so he is looking to be very, very aggressive indeed. Obviously Slam, he has no gold at all behind his town centre. His nearest gold location is probably going to be this hill, so he has to play very aggressively and try to secure this hill for as long as possible. That will give him the gold, that will keep the gold secure, and it'll give him this hill advantage, which is going to be oh so key in this next engagement. Both these guys pushing up archer ranges, and well, Sam's still in the Castle Age? No. Dark Age? Well, he was anyway. And we've got a stable right here. Stable against 2 Archer Rangers. That's going to be really interesting because while Slam may be going to go for stables, let's speed things down a bit, and Abu's going for Archers, and he definitely will have the gold to do so. He's already got 4 on gold. He will need to have more on gold if he wants to sustain Archer production on 2 Archer Rangers. But Abu's in, and he's going with these 3 Archers. Probably going to be able to disrupt some eco, definitely. Going to be able to at least pressure Slam, and Slam's forced to build up a watchtower. That's actually not a bad idea, actually, because a watchtower on this hill is definitely going to be able to secure this hill, and Slam's going to find himself to be in a hard time pushing up towards this hill. I think Slam right now is looking to be in a reasonable location, but Abu should really start trying to pick up these villages where he can, and it's not all over for Abu because he can just sit at the base of this watchtower and just destroy it, and it's not looking so great for Slam. But Slam's got 2 scout cavalry right here, probably going to be able to destroy these archers. But this spear here, wow, Slam did amazing right there. That was great. That was a great engagement. He used his watchtower to cut that spearman easily, and used his scout cavalry and these villagers to finish off those archers. So that was very, very nice play right there. Very nice micro indeed. And Abu did not fail to actually kill off any villagers, it seems, as well. Although he did manage to damage a few of them, he didn't really manage to do any real damage in terms of Slam's eco, because Slam's eco is looking to be brilliant. On the other hand, I've just noticed that a watchtower has gone up right here, and Abu is really starting to pressure Slam very, very well indeed. Slam is forced to just remove all these farms, and he has to relocate them. The scout cavalry probably just going to be able to scout some stuff, but this is good. Slam has control of this hill, he has control of the gold, which is going to be great for him, and Abu's not going to be able to push up here anytime soon unless he wants to suffer heavy casualties. And Slam's up to the castle wage already, and Abu is not very, well, he's pretty far off, to say the least. And cavalry archers are probably going to come out for Slam very quickly. The thing is, he just doesn't really have the resource to do so. His gold is still fairly low actually, but he does have a knight, and this knight is probably going to be able to clear up these archers fairly easily. And cavalry archers coming out, very expected stuff indeed. And meanwhile, I'm not sure what's going to happen, what's happening here, but Slam's moving his fishing ships towards Abu's, which is fairly strange. I'm not sure why. Oh, I see. Abu's pushed him off water, I mean. So that's not looking very good for Slam on the waterfront, but on land he's looking to be pretty powerful actually. He has had the castle wage sort of what's it called? I guess you can call it advantage, the tech advantage. So he is going to be able to get Bodkin Arrow and all those lovely technologies fairly quickly and easily. And well, lost a cavalry archer there, not very good. He didn't really actually micro that very well at all. But he will be able to kill off some of these archers. But Abu is going to need to get to the castle wage very soon. He can't continue to produce archers on 3 archer rangers, otherwise he will need to have a lot more guys on gold, and he'll need to get a lot more food as well just to get to the castle wage. But his military isn't looking so bad. I mean, that's all he has, these few archers, but Abu is not being harassed at all, and Slam is doing a good job of actually just keeping us cool and not attacking Abu just yet. I think Abu needs to get to the castle wage. He needs to preserve this mass of archers, soon to be crossbowmen, whenever he gets to the castle wage. And there's that siege workshop from Slam. And Mangonel probably will come out very soon just to deal with these archers very efficiently. Of course, we all know that Mangonels are superb against archers, and cavalry archers are the like of those units. But Abu is coming around the back, around the side even, and probably going to be able to take out some villagers. And I don't know why Abu's saying GG already, but I don't think that's actually true. I think that probably is like a joke. And Slam is like, what is going on? And Slam's in, and Slam's going to be killing some villagers right here. And very nice indeed. One taken down already. He may even get another. There's a watchtower from Abu. I'm not going to really do a huge amount of damage to these castle age units, but nevertheless going to be able to push them back. Meanwhile, Abu is in here and he's going to be able to kill one villager at least, which is pretty even actually. And going to force Slam off farms for the time being. Meanwhile, Slam's forcing Abu off farms as well. So it's pretty neck and neck. It's pretty neck and neck. And if Abu gets to the back of this wood, he's going to be able to kill off lots of villagers. Very, very nicely indeed. And Abu is getting to the castle age, which is good news for him. He just needs to hold out just a little bit longer until he get the crossbow upgrade and bottom arrow and all that good stuff. And then he will be rolling in the money. And we've got that Mangonel coming down here, probably going to be able to meet these archers. And it could be bad for Abu. He could lose all of these archers if he doesn't notice this Mangonel. And, well, 7 range against 5 range. Oh man! Oh, that's great. That was a great shot by Slam there. Killing off those 2 archers very easily indeed. Damaging quite a lot of them as well. Meanwhile, we've got a stable coming up from Abu. I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe he does want to get the bloodlines, which is going to be really useful once he wants to get the cavalry archers, which is obviously going to be a key thing to get since you're playing as the Huns. You would be mad not to go for cavalry archers, especially in this instance when it's a pretty key instant, I have to say. But 90% up much now, and Abu needs to keep these guys alive, otherwise he will get picked off and he won't have any more archers left to upgrade to crossbowmen. But looks like he's just going to go for cavalry archers anyway, since there aren't that many archers left to really justify the crossbowman upgrade at all. So that's good news for him. Oh wait, he is going to do crossbowmen. And oh wow! Oh my god, that was a huge shot! Well, he probably should actually delete that crossbow upgrade. It's not really worth it. But man, Slam completely destroyed that army so easily indeed. And that is the power of the Mangonel, guys. That was amazing. That was hilarious. And oh, I feel so strange saying that. Second TC coming up for Abu right here. And meanwhile, Slam currently still on his first town centre, but he is going very heavily into military, which is going to be really good for killing off villagers. He's going to be able to kill off lots of villagers right here, if he manages to actually shoot them out of this. So 2 villagers going down instantly. There is potential for a 4th. Ooh, it's very close. No. But this watchtower probably going to get taken down actually, or at least going to be very threatened. Because we've got these cavalry archers and these knights here shooting, banging at the watchtower, and these villagers are inside are probably very frightened indeed. And it's not looking so great for Abu, but he is kind of not in such a bad position. He is not looking great for him, but it's not all over. However, we have got these 2 Mangonels up here banging on one of those archer rangers, going to be able to destroy them and really just reduce Abu's capacity to produce cavalry archers, which is going to be seriously bad for Abu, to say the least. And a ram here will be pretty good as well, because the only thing Abu has are cavalry archers, and if Slam manages to get some rams out, they will of course be able to deal with these buildings. They will also be able to absorb some arrow fire from cavalry archers, and well, Abu is not looking so great. He's very unresourced right now, and only on 47 population. Meanwhile, Slam is on 69, and yeah, 69. And he's looking to be in a great position. I've said that too many times. Looking to be in a great position. No, I've said that too many times, and I will stop saying that if possible. Right now, Abu is going for some sort of surprise attack, it seems, going across the side right here, just out of reach, the range of Slam. Probably going to go around the back to try and deal some damage. While Slam tries to build up another town centre, it could potentially be denied, and this gate will definitely be denied because Abu's in, and he's going to be he's going to be killing off these villagers very, very quickly indeed, and that is not good for Slam. Slam's army is right over here. He has to bring them back to deal with this threat here, which is very, very damaging to him indeed. He's lost quite a few villagers already, and Slam has to react fast. He's managed to get out some of them inside the town centre. He's sending these cavalry archers back to deal with these cavalry archers of Abu, but Abu has done quite a bit of damage. He just needs to get out and hopefully try and keep these cavalry archers alive. Meanwhile, while Slam is going back to his own base, Abu can come out here, plonk the castle down, and probably try and push out from here, which is pretty good. That's a pretty good distraction, and well, Abu's also fighting down here, which is also going to be very great, but it's not really a problem because Abu just is very, very outnumbered. Slam's got too many cavalry archers for him to deal with right here, and not to mention he has got the military advantage as a whole, and well, it's castle going up for Abu. That's going to be great. He will manage to produce those all-important Tarkans, and no, he won't. He probably won't. And well, what's he going to be doing? No Tarkans coming out. That's just probably going to be a way to repel any cavalry archers that come. And well, Slam with 3 mangonels. That's pretty impressive actually. 3 mangonels. That will completely destroy Slam's Abu's army, but that's all he has. These 6 quite damaged cavalry archers. That's pretty much all that Abu has. 1 mangonel to defend at home, and meanwhile it looks like he has managed to actually sell some resources, and well, he's looking fairly secure right now, but oh man, we've got lots of cavalry archers around here by the side. Slam is going to be looking to do some damage, and these stone miners, never mind. Slam's turning back, not sure what he's going to be doing, but he really needs to try and do some damage because, well, it seems like Slam's only managed to do that 1 bit of damage right here at the start of the castle age. He hasn't really managed to do that much at all afterwards, and well, if he can manage to get his mangonels to get over here and possibly take out TC, then that will be good news for him. Meanwhile, he's just kind of skirting around the edges, which is kind of strange. 5 ships coming out from Slam, and he's going to be able to destroy these fishing ships easily as well. I think that Slam should really try to focus down on this TC as soon as possible and really do something because he's not doing very much at all. And well, Abu's taking his mangonel for walkies. He's going to be able to probably try and take them out. Take out Slam's mangonels if possible. Probably going to be able to do that actually. Well, that's 1 going down right instantly. And let's see how good Abu's micro is. Well, pretty good indeed. Very, very nice. Managed to take out 2 mangonels. Not really doing taking very much damage on his own. And there we go. There's another mangonel right here. And I think Slam needs to be careful because if this mangonel comes out and kills all of them, then that will be very bad for him. And there we go. Wow. Abu did an amazing job of doing that. Very, very nice indeed. Killing off 3 mangonels, not even losing a single one to himself. Only losing, well, 4 HP on that mangonel. Very, very good play from him. And, well, Slam's really hard pressed at actually doing some damage. He's just skirting around the edges. He's not really doing that much damage. Although he is actually disrupting this eco, it's not good enough in the castle age. You just can't disrupt eco in the castle age. You have to kill villagers in order to get an advantage. and Slam is just... I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he is actually stonewalling, which is very strange indeed. I don't expect Slam to stonewall. But Slam's a great guy, so I don't know. And, well, what's he going to do next? Well, looks like he is going to go to the Imperial Age, that's for sure. There we go, Imperial Age is being researched. Looks like he's just going to hold out until he gets to the Imperial Age. He might go for something... Looks like he will be going for rams, possibly going to try and ram rush his castle. And, well, these are 2 mangonels. Going to be able to do... Oh, very nice indeed. Killing off those 3 cavalry archers, very decisive indeed. Another big hit! My god. Abu is completely beast at mangonelling these cavalry archers. That was pure play by this guy. That was great from him. And I feel like Abu's macro right now is fairly good. He did manage to kill off those 3 mangonels without even losing a single one. He did manage to kill off these cavalry archers and definitely damage lots of them in that process as well. And he's looking to be in a great position indeed. But the problem is that Slam is going to the Imperial Age, and well, Abu is nowhere near. He does have a lot of gold for it, but he doesn't have much of anything else, which is a problem. And there we go, Slam's coming in here, just for 1 villager, but oh man, these mangonels are so deadly, they almost kill off more cavalry archers, which is never good indeed. And also to notice that these cavalry archers are actually outranged by these mangonels. 7 range from these mangonels, 4 plus 2 equals 6 on these cavalry archers, and another big hit, man! Oh wow. If these were crossbowmen, they'll be dead already, but since they're cavalry archers, they have got 70 HP since Bloodlines has been researched, so they will be slightly more tanky, but that does not really help so much when there's 2 mangonels firing on them at the same time. 2 mangonels, that's going to be 80 attack altogether, and that's pretty insane indeed. And Abu's spreading across the map like a virus, and well, he's taking lots of gold right here. He's got a lovely forward university right here as well, just to keep his education in check, I suppose. And well, he's kind of disrupting the CK right here as well. But Abu's just really outnumbered. Slam's just got so much more military. But I feel like with just these cavalry archers alone, he's not going to be able to do so much damage. Only cavalry archers is not the way to go, I feel. I feel like you need a lot more than just only cavalry archers. You want to have a nice little blend of units, I guess. Cavalry archers and mangonels, pretty good actually. These mangonels will deal with any cavalry archers or any archers of any sort. Cavalry archers, when massed up, should deal with any other units. But I think this mono unit sort of style is alright, but it's fairly risky because one unit can pretty much destroy all these units. But there we go, there's the Capped Ram. Capped Ram is done. Gonna head to this castle, gonna try and destroy it, and Abu's gonna try and get these mangonels down here to deal whatever damage he can to these Capped Rams. And oh, that rhymed. And well, he's destroying them very quickly indeed with these 3 mangonels. And this castle is probably going to live. It's probably going to survive. And well, there's only 3 of them left, and oh man, huge hits right here. 1 mangonel gone down, but there's 2 more, and Abu's sending his villagers to repair. That's definitely a very good choice indeed, and I think Abu needs to focus down on these rams. They are much more important than these cavalry archers, definitely, but he's still doing a very good job. He's still keeping secure, and I don't know if this castle might not go down. It might go down actually. It's hard to tell. It's very low indeed. Only on... wow. Tarkans. Tarkans being created. I suppose that is a good thing if you really want to have this castle secure. Obviously Tarkans, they are a melee unit, so they will deal with these rams fairly quickly. Or definitely quicker than these cavalry archers, that's for sure. So Tarkans going to be good in that respect, but at taking down these cavalry archers, it's going to be quite hard, to say the least. Because they don't really have that much damage, they don't have a lot of health compared to the knights, and But yeah, that's why. But Abu's getting to the Imperial Age as well, and well, what is Slam doing? Well, he's doing Pikeman. That's very interesting indeed. Pikeman. I'm not sure about that position actually, because Pikemen, although they will deal with Tarkans, and I suppose they are supposed to be a counter against cavalry archers, but if you have so many cavalry archers, then Pikemen are just completely useless because they will get taken down so quickly by a mass of cavalry archers. Possibly skirmishers are going to be a better choice, but I guess since he saw the amount of damage those mangonels did, I don't think slam flat skirmishers were going to be the best idea. But Slam's coming forward again with these rams and this horde of cavalry archers. Another castle coming up for Abu right here, and Abu's just casting it up massively indeed. And well, Abu's using his Tarkans to a great extent. They actually deal pretty good damage to these camped rams, that's for sure. And if this castle goes down, it's not the end of the world because there's another castle like behind it. So it's pretty good. And Abu's kind of suiciding these cavalry archers right here. They are getting taken down by this castle very quickly. And these rams are getting taken down pretty quickly as well. So it's kind of a waste for Slam, that's for sure. Piping coming out, and they won't do so much damage because there just aren't enough of them. I suppose if Slam manages to get a lot of them out, then he is going to be in a good position because he can just overwhelm the cavalry from Abu. But for the time being, this amount of pikemen is not going to be able to destroy all of these cavalry. That's for sure. And Abu just stonewalling his castle right here, creating a sort of fortress, stronghold, just to keep his lovely base very nice and secure. And Abu's in the Imperial Age right now, and he will need to get those lovely upgrades, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Abu is, well, he's got a lot of resource actually. He can afford to get a lot of cavalry archers, and Slam is kind of struggling for resource. Although he does have a decent amount of food and gold, it's certainly not the amount to which Abu has got. Slam definitely has a lot less resource, that's for sure. And a third castle coming up for Abu right here on this lovely little ridge. That's going to keep his eco right here, back here, very nice and secure, and that's going to give him extra gold as well. So that's going to be very good in the long run. That's a very good long-term investment indeed. And Abu's looking very good actually. He has got another gold pile right at the back, and I feel like Slam's map is not great for gold because his only gold was right over here, and it has. Where is it? Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, and it's gone. So he won't be able to get any more gold. And well, Slam is. Does he have any gold collectors? No, he does not. So he doesn't have any gold at all. That is not great for Slam. He needs to keep these cavalry archers alive. They are pretty much his primary gold units, apart from siege rams, of course. But apart from that, that's it. If these cavalry archers go down, then Slam has got very little gold left. He is also used lighting the market, so he can manage to spend off, just set off any surplus resource, which is good for him. Meanwhile, these Tarkans coming in here, going to be able to take down this gate, that's for sure. They are great at destroying buildings, but Slam is quick to react. Stonewalling behind this gate, not going to let these Tarkans in, that's for sure. He's not going to try and get these raiders in anytime soon. So Abu's not going to get in through this way, although he can try to find a different route, but Slam is completely walled himself in. Meanwhile, we've got siege rams coming up here at the front, and well, there's still a mangonel right here, and that mangonel is a huge trouble for him, for Slam that is, because this mangonel is the only thing that's stopping these siege rams from taking down this castle and all the rest of this stuff as well. But looks like that mangonel got taken down, and of course the Huns don't have such great mangonels, so they can't upgrade to onager, which is a shame. So only mangonels are going to be in order for the time being, and we've got a huge push from Slam right here. Slam doing a decent job actually. He's upgraded to Halberdier, and that's going to be good for taking down his Tarkans. Not bad for taking down one skirmisher, but with these skirmishers over here, they probably will be able to deal with these Halberdiers fairly decisively indeed as well. And this castle's probably going to be able to fall, and well, Slam's looking pretty good here. His push is kind of working, and Abu's very low on stone. Well, I say that, but he has more stone right here. So, this castle, I don't know if it will fall, but of course, these skirmishers are going to be able to deal huge damage to these cavalry archers. Slam saying GG right there, and Abu takes that game. Man, that was a pretty good game. Definitely better than the last one. This one got to the Imperial Age, which is always very, very fun to watch. And there we go. Slam says GG. Looks like he lost too much, and he just didn't have enough gold to sustain anything else. He did have a lot of food though, so he could have tried to just spam more trash. But I suppose that if your opponent has gold and you don't have any gold left, I suppose it is time to say GG. Especially if your attack is not working, which it seems like it was going to work, but man, these Tarkans save the day, and that's pretty interesting. That's very interesting indeed. Utilizing these Tarkans very, very, very nicely indeed. That was pretty good by Abu, and there we go. This is a draw right here. Abu takes the second game. Slam took the first one, and that was a draw. That was pretty great for both these guys. Very, very nice indeed. So, that was it for today. This has been NKZStryker Nathan, and I'm out.